男と生まれたからには誰でも一生のうち一度は夢見る地上最強の男。グラップラーとは地上最強の男を目指す格闘士のことである。
Alright, this is the next episode. It's Baki the Grappler, a month late. Things went wild. How it goes. 8 crazy nights, 8 crazy whites.
Let's just say I had 8 crazy weeks. I love Baki.
Baki, Season 1. Alright, take this off, this is annoying. Baki 2001 was really good. I like it so much more than Netflix that I can't go back. I'm ruined forever.
I haven't watched much of the Netflix series, only like an episode here or there. But the 8 episodes that we watched for this, we watched up to episode 8, were all really fun. Like, Baki's great, Hanamaya is great. Yuri kind of just exists, but he has like a really cool moment where he punches all those wolves.
No, Yuri's cool. I like Yuri a lot for like what he represents as well. Hey,
What's that up?
this is up, dude. What's up, man? You sure you want to join?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just watching.
No, wait, no. Before you go, you gotta tell one story.
That's what
Tell
I
a
say. I'm
Baki
just
story
watching
or
at the
something.
urinal.
Story? You put me on the spot. I can't.
Tell the story or something.
There was a gun to your head. I am going to fucking kill you.
Okay. Right, so there's this one time I'm at my house and Lucas there, and for some reason Lucas and Aaron start fighting. They get into a 3-round boxing match. They get out of it, and it's pretty much a tie, but for some reason Lucas still is not done. He still has to prove that he's the bigger man here. And he says, well, maybe I didn't win the fight, but at least I know I can come quicker than you. He says, no, you can't. I can definitely come faster than you. Guaranteed, we both go masturbate right now. I will come out of the room quickly with cum in my hands. And he says, no, let's test it. We'll go right now. And then, I kid you the fuck not, Robert runs upstairs. Lucas goes into the bathroom and then just walks right back out and closes the door. And we come back into the living room and sit down. A minute later, Robbie walks out with cum in his pants.
So yeah, basically a Baki fight.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, Corbin.
You're welcome.
Alright. This episode is brought to you by JY Jelly.
What?
You mean KY jelly?
Fucking A.
What's KY jelly?
KY jelly is petroleum jelly for masturbating. It's used. It has other like industrial applications and in-home applications, but I've only ever seen it referenced, when it comes to putting the penis in the hand.
I actually have a thing of petroleum jelly that I bought because I thought it was Vicks when I had a terrible fever and I was walking diagonal up the street.
So you just rubbed a bunch of penis lube on your chest?
Yes.
No.
I use it for my switchblade now. It's nice.
No, you gotta use Crisco for gay sex.
What is this Marlon Brando in that movie where he fucks a woman in the ass using butter?
What?
Oh, that's one of the most fucked up Marlon Brando stories. He just straight up like sexually assaulted a woman, like on a scene using butter as lube. It's horrifying.
And he just got away with it?
Yeah, I mean,
God bless America.
I think it was a French movie actually. So,
What year? Was this the 70s?
Yeah, I was gonna say I think it's the 70s.
Was Michel Foucault out in the streets arguing for pedophilia when this movie was getting filmed?
He probably was. I'll do some more research and
Shout out to Michel Foucault.
I'll put a comment on this video with like the actual
You
stuff.
won't remember.
I won't remember, but I'll
There's a human zoo. I did the research for the episode. That fucking bummed. So when I was editing Appleseed, I quit twice because I was researching the human zoo. And I was like, I can't put this in. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna come back to this another night. I just put a picture and the date that picture was taken, and I was like, I'm not.
Is it the one with the little girl looking at the other child in the cage?
No, it's the woman holding the hands with the black head.
Oh, that one's also bad.
No, the one you described made me tear up.
So wait, well, can you explain this to me?
There's a human zoo in Belgium, and we talked about this in Appleseed.
Yeah, in 1970.
So what, did they get a bunch of...
There was a bunch of black people, from the Congo, and the...
Fenced in.
Yeah, just... It was some real 1865 shit.
So what, did they hold up comics of Tintin?
No, dude, it was really bad. It was So the pictures I got was from the 1958 World Fair.
The one that fucked me up was the guy in America who was put in a human zoo, and then a guy advocated to get him out, and they got a bunch of groundswell and got him out, and they were going to send him back to Africa, and then World War I broke out, and he was just stuck in America, and he went on to kill himself because it fucked him up so bad.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so episode 1 of Baki, the episode where Baki fights 100 guys. And
He's 37.
in my notes, I call Baki the 37-man slayer.
Baki 2001's, the way it starts out is better than I think the manga, because I tried reading the beginning of the manga today, and I either just misunderstood, or I just fucking am, high on acids. Also, I did acid for today's episode, because we planned this a month ago. And I was prepared for it a month ago. Then we did 8 Crazy Nights, and then things happened. Went to the hospital a couple times. Acid.
I literally don't remember what happens in this episode, other than Baki fights 100 guys.
No, so Baki, episode 1, he's at the limit of conventional training. And you would think that makes him immortal, right? There's nothing science can give him that he has not already gotten from it. But then he meets Yuri, a boxer.
He meets Yuri in episode 2.
Well, no, episode 2 is when they do the fight.
He sees Yuri, but
He sees Yuri fight, and he meets him in episode 1, and he follows him to a gym. And in Yuri, he sees what I would call the first step past conventional training and what a person can be. Yuri's probably the best boxer in the world in the context of Baki. And his movements are great, and he's from the steppe, or...
Yeah, he's a steppe people. He's specifically not Mongolian.
No, but he's a fucking...
The greatest warriors ever.
I don't know, I don't remember what tribe they say in the show.
But they never start. And he's fucking badass. I love the scene of him killing the wolves and shit.
Yeah, that is sick. He kills a whole pack of wolves with his fists.
Got meat. And so he represents I would describe it as he represents the desire to move past what everyday people can do, and the first step towards becoming the strongest human alive. Every episode starts with a quote that hits fucking hard, which is, every man, at least once in a life, thought about being the strongest man in the world. Grappler, the strongest fighting style. And one time, I was with the guy who talked earlier. We were doing a bunch of coke and acid, and it was 1 a.m., and we went out to smoke cigarettes. And I got so excited that I started eating in my garage. And in my head, I thought, well, no one can hear me. So this is going to be fine. As it turns out, we walked back up, and one of my roommates, Alex, is like, what the fuck was going on out there?
So yeah, I think that's literally... Did we even introduce ourselves? I'm Brenton.
Do we need to? We're like... Alright, so I'm Brandy. To my right is Brenton, and to my left is Millhouse.
So yeah, that's episode 1 of Baki. I don't really have much else to say about
I like Yuri's fat friend.
Yuri's fat friend is great.
Who?
It's just the fat guy with the scar on his face.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't really talk much, but I also like him. He's a fun design. I like the cop in this episode.
Yeah, Detective Columbo.
I kind of feel like he's just never going to show back up again.
He's in throughout the series.
Oh, okay. Because he just...
So his glasses.
I love Glasses Guy. His Baki's mom's butler or whatever.
Yeah.
He's great.
I think
He shows up in the fucking Netflix show, doesn't he?
I don't know. I haven't watched it.
No, I don't remember if he does. The last thing that's important that he does is he's there for the end of the second arc, the Yujiro Baki fight. What I would call the first arc, which is Baki up to the Hanama fight. Right?
Hanamaya.
Hanamaya, my bad.
Yeah, you kept calling Hanamaya Hanma. There's a text that you sent that is literally just like, I love the Baki Hanma fight.
Yeah.
And all I can think is, Baki Hanma is his name. He's in every fight.
Whoa, what about the fight between Hanamaya and Yuri?
You know what? Fair enough.
Good fight.
Baki's still there. He's waiting for Yuri to show up in a different room, and he's like, where is he? Oh, God.
I gotta cut this. I am not having my life become I edit the same fucking episode every day.
So, speaking about my personal Vietnam, episode 2.
Yo, the Yasho ape.
No, that's episode 3.
Episode 3. Episode 2.
Episode 2 is Baki versus Yuri, and like Kaoru, so Hanamaya versus that jobber guy. The only notes I have for this episode are great episode, love Hanamaya, and I love when Hanamaya just eats that jobber up.
Yeah, these notes are good.
That jobber was a scam. You have to be an on-roll, constantly paid. You know, I don't think he was paying his union dues to the thug union.
He's not hero.
Yeah, I don't really have any other notes for this episode. It was just pretty good. The fights were fun, and the build up of Hanamaya was like cool, and like
He's fun.
it works because the Hanamaya fight that happens later is excellent.
I think it's one of the best Baki fights, especially when they cut away to him as a kid, just ripping shit.
Yeah, that's an awesome bit. Just I literally in my notes is one of my favorite things in that episode is his room full of ripped and twisted crap.
Yeah. So, Baki notes. Baki begins the 2001 anime at the limit of conventional training. This series is his journey to the very limit of the human form. The initial meeting with Yuri teaches Baki defeat, and it shows him just how inadequate his training has been up to that point. So he goes out to the forest. At first, Baki feels fear and weakness against the Yasha ape. But he doesn't give up, he perseveres. And so he throws himself off a cliff. Not just literally, but in a sense he makes a leap of faith. And this faith is in the growth and like his desire to grow further and unlocking like I think it was endorphins or
He gets,
adrenaline.
as I call it in my notes, the Baki Neutron Brain Blast.
Gotta blast! Reach for the stars.
And upon the rematch, he is ready for the monster and proves himself to be the stronger beast. The Yasha ape shows an important departure from his mentality towards growing stronger than his father Yujiro. Baki can recognize the beauty in this creature and understands that there's value in its life. Baki comes back after mountain training, but is uninterested in fighting Yuri. Hanamaya, which I remembered to spell right in my notes a month ago, was told he had to wait for Yuri and Baki to fight, but he didn't want to wait, so he put Yuri out of commission.
That's a really fun scene as well. I think it's definitely Yuri's best moment.
I think if Yuri didn't have the gloves on, he still would have lost, but it would have been a better fight.
Yeah, I completely agree.
So, this leads to Baki going up to fucking Hanamaya's save necklace.
He goes up to Hanamaya's headquarters and fucking challenges him.
He kicks a desk out the window.
Well, no, one thing before that. When he challenges him, you see him march up, and he's covered in 20 guys, and he's just like, dude, hey Hanamaya,
I heard your song.
let's fight.
He kicks the disc out. He knocks him to the ground, and then the police show up. So he just leaves, and Hanamaya's like, I get knocked to the ground. You didn't get to fight back. So he rips his own Bentley apart using his bare hands in 40 seconds.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
I think the thing that fucked up my little brother the most when we were watching it was when he ripped the tire.
Oh yeah.
I was already this dude has Street Fighter 2 this car no problem.
And he's the tire's the craziest where it's he's gonna do it.
Yeah, he goes.
That leads to the nightclub fight, which I think is one of the best fights.
It's definitely the best of the episodes we watched.
There we see the fruition of the series so far. Baki is beaten to his limit, and in a sense, I don't think Baki, with his body alone, could beat Hanayama, but it's Baki's clever mind and his sense of strategy. I would say his natural fighting gift that leads him to the victory. It lasts about 2 episodes and keeps you engaged the entire time, and you're wondering how Baki's going to bring it back. And I think the final trick, Baki keeping glass in his cheek to wake him up.
That is one of the things I have in my notes as well. That is really fun.
That's so fucking sick. I think the best part, probably of this first arc, is when it cuts to a fearless man. An uncut fearless man ain't no fearless man is a fucking sick quote, and that story's sick.
Oh yeah, with the drifter and the bell. It's a great reason why not to block. But let's go back. I want to talk about the Yasha Ape episodes a little bit.
Of course. But we covered the full plot. No need
Yeah.
to worry.
The only thing we didn't cover is Yujiro then shows up and he puts Hanamaya in the hospital.
And I think...
And you get Yujiro and Baki's mom, Emi, their backstory together, which in my notes I call my favorite NTR Dojin.
I consider that part of the next... so I didn't expect you guys to watch it, but No, Baki's mom's the best. I love her. I love that she always lifts up Baki when she sees him because Baki's the closest thing to like his father she can see, and the closest thing to a real strong man.
In episode 3, when Baki gets that tongue kiss from his mom, all I could think of after she like releases him and he makes that face is Baki is thinking to himself, "Ew, mom germs."
Literally. I really enjoy it's later. Baki being like, Mom, if I could beat Dad, will you love me? It's really sick. It's like really like wrenching, and then I think the Yujiro Baki fight is awesome. I think it's probably it's one of the sicker fights in anything I've seen. Especially with Yujiro starting the fight, getting like attacked, and he's like, "Yo, everyone here, thanks. You guys really did help make this feast. You guys are really great. You really helped train him up, and I'm really happy. I want to thank all of y'all for trying your best. You did some good work." You know, the villain of this anime is doing a real wholesome speech before he goes to kill his son.
How many sons does Yajiro have?
It's like 4 or 5.
Yeah, there's a couple.
There's Jack.
I think they should all team up and kill him Chrono style.
Well, the problem is, only Baki wants, like, doesn't like him. Jack's like, I want his approval. I want to be bad like Dad.
The only thing I know about Jack is that he loves his steroids.
I remember way later in the series, you discover that he went over surgery to grow up like a foot.
Oh, he did the fucking shin shatter surgery?
Yeah, but it worked. And he's fighting again. That's during the convict arc, I think, which is also sick, dude.
I can't believe
I
Jack's
love
a
that
fake cell. He doesn't have that true, fucking Elliot Roger true cell, Mercedes-Benz drinking your Starbucks coffee cell.
I'm really happy Stanley Cups got popular because I've always loved the green Stanley thermoses, and I want one, and now I can ask Dan for one.
Stanley Cup.
You know.
Like the college football?
First off, it's not college football, I thought that's racing, but also, no, Stanley, the company, has a cup that went popular on TikTok. You'd know this if you kids fucking were on the internet. I mean, if you old men knew some kids.
You're the youngest person in this room.
Admittedly,
Yeah.
I was gonna ask
you know
if
what
you...
you fucking say to me? You say, yes, I'm a Millhouse. Can I get you another fucking beer?
Double man.
I thought-
Features now.
I thought you were talking about Flat Stanley, the comic book. Well, it's a graphic novel technically.
Fuck is Stanley?
Flat Stanley is a graphic novel a la Diary of the Wimpy Kid about a kid that is flat.
That's funny.
No. I meant, what is Stanley? Like Stanley Cups?
Well, this
You know the thermos company? You know those
No.
big green thermoses?
No.
You've never seen a big green thermos?
I thought they were like fucking, I don't know, like Northwest or like fucking Carhartt.
no, it's the hockey championship.
When was the last time you guys watched Billy and Mandy? I recently went back through and watched a lot
What
of
does
it.
that have to do with hockey?
Here's what it has to do with, and don't you dare stop me. In it, Billy's brain tells him an important lesson. Violence is never okay outside of a hockey ring.
Alright, that is pretty good.
Billy,
That
why
is
you
pretty
gotta
good.
be so mean?
Oh, okay. One more thing to say about Baki, at least the 3rd episode. At some point, we get introduced to this character named Ando, and I don't know if he's going to show back up, but he's okay.
He's Yajiro's best friend, right?
I kind of hate how when
doesn't matter.
When Baki meets him, he scoops him up and like checks his undercarriage. Like he's like one finger in Baki's butthole away from giving him an oil change.
So that guy does show up. After Baki fights the convicts, he gets poisoned. And this is after he's had sex. And so he comes back to the tree, to the Yasha aid.
Oh my!
that guy.
Ando's the guy that feeds Baki all that sugar water.
Yes.
Huh? That's like
Or
the.
no. That's before that.
So I was gonna say that's like the one episode I've seen.
No, the Chinese guy does.
Oh. Okay,
And
okay.
honestly, I forget his name. Jason would know it if he was in here, but he's not doing this episode for a reason.
I found your Chinese hand signals offensive, by the way.
Whoa. He learned them from the great master of boiling, master water cooker.
So I'm about an hour and a half into this trip. Nice, let's go. I'm gonna get my energy drink. I'll be right back. Go ahead and continue this episode without me. I can cut this part out.
No, I think you should let me just talk. Like, okay, now, guess what the Millhouse podcast is now? Kaiser Millhouse.
Welcome
Real
to
house.
welcome to the Millhouse and Brenton 3 minutes.
All right,
we gotta cover a lot of topics. Okay, let's start off. Why women shouldn't have rights.
Andrew Tate said so. And Andrew Tate said, I get a Bugatti if I say so.
2. Why Logan Paul is the best YouTuber. Because he sold me NFTs.
No, it's because he made that movie where he dunked on Donald Trump a year after he lost the election.
No, actually, the reason he's the best YouTuber is because he put out a shitty Gatorade clone.
And also, he pointed in that stupid fucking alien from Toy Story. His head, he says, guys, I think there's a dead body.
Oh my god. I'm just imagining Logan Paul, but he's literally going, the claw!
Yeah, goddammit, yeah.
3. Why Movie Bob is going to be my best friend after he hears this episode. Please. Super Mario Bros. 3 was my personal Vietnam as well.
Movie Bob. I have the nostalgia chick, or whatever she's going by these days.
What are you guys doing now that I'm back?
Oh,
We started the Millhouse and Brinson
Red Pill
podcast, podcast 3 minutes. We talked about why women shouldn't have rights, why Logan Paul's the best YouTuber, and why Movie Bob is going to be my best friend after he hears this.
Yeah, also, I forgot to mention this.
It's weird to think about that I'm like, I wouldn't say describe myself as the boss of the podcast, but definitely the manager.
You're more like the Wrangler.
The Tard Wrangler, yeah, that's right.
I get off topic too easily, because my brain just keeps on firing.
Sorry. I take, fuck, what the fuck was that Alex Jones thing called? That I
brain
turned
power.
red. Brain power. So, like, I no longer have, like, cogent thoughts.
Oh, you're out there taking the Joe Rogan brain supplements.
Oh, yeah, man. I do it for my Aman, John Shafari.
I'm gonna have to fucking fix the peaking in this episode too, goddamn.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, the only other... So, Ando is okay. I like him telling Baki that the strongest warriors eat the most, and then Baki eating 200 pounds of bear meat.
Goku.
Also, when the Yasha ape shows up to challenge Baki initially, and he, like, walks up while Baki's ripping iron, and the ape, like, picks up a barbell, I honestly thought the ape was gonna just start ripping irons, and I was gonna be like, hell yeah. Instead he, like, twisted up, and I was like, oh.
He's flexing.
He is flexing. It is pretty fun.
So Yujiro killed his wife and scarred his son, like, emotionally. And Baki fixed that. And then the first thing Yujiro, that bastard, does next arc is he fucking goes and kills that ape.
So fucked up.
And he shows the skull to Baki. He gets to him as a gift.
Oh my god, what the fuck, Yujiro?
World's best dad.
Yeah. I think the best thing that Hanuma guy does, that guy, is when he takes the shotgun shell.
You mean Ando.
Yeah, Ando Kondo.
And he self-cauterizes.
Yeah, I did that once in SS13, and I was like, oh my god, that's so fucking cool.
I think it's really cool that it is a literal thing you can do, but also I think I'd pass out and die if I had to do it to myself.
Have you guys worked? I've been a restaurant manager for like 5-6 years, and Millhouse is about to be a restaurant manager at generic restaurant B. Have you guys ever had to deal with it, like burns and shit? I've gotten like ridiculously calm and casual about like, here's your burn, pop this, anti-swab this, cold water first.
Yeah, I've had to deal with burns. I've literally been a chef before.
I always did warm water, and then I stick it in the sanitizer.
You're fucking with me, right? You don't do that. I'll kill you.
I always would stick my wounded hands in the trash can, try to get as much grime into them as possible, go rub some dirt in it.
That's joke enough for me not to believe it.
Hey man, every time you catch an OSHA violation, you report it. That's 10 pretty grand.
Okay, so I've been a restaurant manager for like years, and Friday, a couple days before this recording, I had a wild day at work. So I'm still kind of injured, but I don't have insurance. You know how it goes. Living that life. And so I'm at my job, generic restaurant A, and I see a guy waiting outside the restrooms. I assume he's waiting for his daughter in the girls' restroom. Why else would he be standing there? I go into the men's restroom, I walk up to your girl, and he follows me and uses the urinal next to me.
He's like the opposite of a nervous peer. He can only piss when someone's watching.
I was so irrationally angry, I almost attacked him.
Hey man, there was like that big riot extra. He was there. He can't eat unless someone else is with him. He can't pee unless someone else is with him.
Oh, utopian rats? That's
Yeah.
such a fucked up. That makes me sad to think
We're
about.
the rats. I'm the dumbest rat who follows all of the rules.
So then, that's not even the craziest thing that happened that day. So a kid vomits in the generic playground that we keep in the restaurant. That only one restaurant does. But I'm there, and I'm like, alright, cool, I gotta clean this up. I don't make crew people clean up vomit or piss or shit because I feel like as a manager, you get paid more. It creates unnecessary friction with your crew people if you make them clean up body fluids. And 3, it makes you look better as a manager compared to other managers when they eventually make someone do it.
Technically, in this state, depending on what the bodily fluid is,
It's illegal.
Yeah, you can just be like, no, fuck you. I don't have the certifications.
I had this conversation with a fellow manager she was been doing it 13 years longer than me. And she said, that's not law. I was like, that's most certainly a law. I showed her it online, and she's like, oh, just don't tell them.
That's the way to do it.
Hey, man.
So, like, yeah, no. That was still when I was newer to being a manager, and she had the confidence to be like, no. I still ended up doing it myself because I ain't no bitch-ass motherfucker. So I go to the generic playground, and I start cleaning up the vomit. And right when I think I'm done, a kid says, don't forget the stuff in the slide.
Holy, you should have killed that kid.
Why?
Not that kid, the kid who did it.
You should have drowned him in place balls.
Listen, when you're
Plastic
at
balls.
a generic restaurant and
Denny's.
a kid's not having a good time, as an employee there, especially a manager, it is your moral and righteous duty to help them out. Listen, not everyone can afford to go to generic Six Flags Disneyland. I just remembered I don't work there. I don't need to say that for them. But sometimes it's just going to your local generic restaurant A on the weekends with your dad. And it's your duty to make that as enjoyable as possible. You don't know what these kids are going through. You don't know what people's lives have. It's your job to make it as enjoyable as possible and give them the positive memories with family that they'll carry forward.
And it's mine to ruin them.
That's not good marketing, good boy.
This is just a genuine opinion of mine. So I never let kids vomit, like, feel bad.
You never let kids, as soon as they start, you slap your hand over their mouth and you go, swallow.
You can't vomit if you're dead.
You're sitting up there in the tower with a rifle, just looking for kids who looking green in the face like, mark target.
This reminds me of my movie pitch, which all you guys hate, but I'm
Oh yeah, you're peeking that mic.
peeking the mic.
I'm just imagining generic restaurant drones. Like orbital striking sick children in the place now.
But no, you can't let the kids feel bad.
Alright, so you know that movie I said everyone should make, but nobody wanted to help me make.
What movie?
So Adam Sandler plays the big bad Nazi in Schindler's List, but like it's about him. So he's like doing his like funny voices, like "You son of a bitch," blink.
Okay, I would probably watch the shit out of that.
But they would put cameras in the movie theater, and everyone who went in and laughed, they're going to jail.
I guess I'm going to double jail. So I'd laugh at the movie, and then I'd laugh at the cameras until it got to my face. And then I'd be like,
also you get caught
darn
for
it.
sneaking into the theater. You're not paying for Sandler tickets.
I paid for one Adam Sandler ticket in the last decade, and it was when I went and I saw Uncut Gems.
That's not fair.
The same day I went and I saw Unpatched Cats.
Really?
You know?
Oh yeah.
I went and I watched Unpatched Cats, then Uncut Gems
So
after.
So I poured a bucket of hot water and a bucket of soap water down the slide, and I covered it in degreaser. Then I was halfway climbing up it to check to make sure I got all the vomit, and I slid down like that cop video. It felt like 50 miles an hour. I was probably going like 5-6 miles an hour. I just fucking ate shit at the bottom of the slide into the play second floor.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of thought you were gonna say that a child vomited down the slide at you.
I got rid of them.
Which, like, I
That'd be funny.
I would have promptly walked outside and killed myself.
No, listen. Vomit's not that bad. I got some of it on my flesh because my gloves didn't cover my whole arm. And it's like, that's fine, whatever.
I don't know why,
no.
but you saying flesh made me laugh.
It was like skin, my arm right here.
Oh God,
It was fine.
It's
It's
about it.
Again, when you're a manager at a restaurant that, like, it's a kids-focused restaurant, it's not only your, like, job, but really, it's your moral duty to, like, hey, kid, you okay? Whatever. I give him chocolate milk, tell him, maybe go across the street, get some ginger.
And that's why Brandy's the most beloved manager at the Olive Garden.
How do you know I am beloved? Especially because I've got bingo ties.
Sorry, I'm just imagining Olive Garden as your kid-focused restaurant.
Yeah.
Now I'm just imagining, because like, not to give away the location, but it's on a freeway. You tell them to cross that freeway, like the goddamn fucking White Kids You Know
Just
sketch.
go. It's
Your
Like,
mom doesn't believe you, but I do.
I thought you were talking about the fucking race car scene from King of the Hill.
Oh my god.
yeah, that's my least favorite King of the Hill episode, but
That's a good one.
that scene is great.
Just, it's like when you're tracing the highway. Just go when there's no cars. I don't know. I think it's good. I think it's... What it's trying to tell, like, parents and families is good. Hey, sometimes your kid has a reason to not like their job that's reasonable. They're not just being lazy or crying.
Yeah, that's my favorite message of Baki.
Yeah. I gotta say this. I think that...
Also, the power went out that night. So I got to stay an hour late after being hurt from falling down through that fucking slide. And I can't call insurance, because what I'm going to say... Well, I covered a slide in water and soap and climbed up it.
Like, that is like an instant workman comp denial. So, like, I'm not... If I was your HR person, I'd be like, are you brain dead?
Oh, speaking of my HR person. Well, I mean, Nuremberg trials taught me anything. Is that if you say, I was following orders, you can get away with any crime.
No, that's not how that went.
Yeah, it did. I remember, if I remember correctly, they were all ordered to go down the slip and slide.
Yeah.
And at the bottom of the slip and slide was a bunch of degreaser, because I had forgotten to get rid of the degreaser, so I fucking flew into a bunch of degreaser and fucked up my skin. My hands are still kind of fucked up from it.
Oh, yeah, and I can't believe.
I was at the Nuremberg trial. I was the bailiff.
Yeah, and I
Oh,
can't
I'm
believe
really high.
you declared them guilty before the trial even started. And that it was all just because you wanted to laugh at them.
You pointed him down and you went, fall down the slide.
Well, it said not guilty, but I slipped and fallen, and the degreaser had melted off that part of the page, so I just saw guilty.
Yeah, and then like Steve Harvey was gonna show up. He was gonna do a stand-up where he did.
We're not stealing Compound bits now.
Wait, that was the compound bit?
That's a that's a Compound bit. What? That's the best, one of the best bits. Steve Harvey does Nuremberg trials.
I thought that was a 4chan text.
And I think that's a 4chan text based off of the Cumtown bit.
Oh, nice.
A lot of 4chaners listen to Cumboys. I'm a Cumboy myself. That was also a classic. That was a Dark Alliance episode. I love the Dark Alliance.
So like,
So
Nick
you-
and Dritz Duarden and
Nick and Adam.
So yeah, let's get back.
Dritz Duarden and Nick and Adam.
One last thing before we get back. Alright, guys.
It's just Dritz,
Are they?
Nick, Adam, and Mario.
Shane Gillis there too.
But it's Adam from Your Movie Sucks.
.org.
So he's like petting Gwenheimer.
No, I can't believe that Adam defended Chadman. And every time he comes up, Alex brings that back to me so I could feel sick, because I really like Adam from YourMovieSucks.org. I look to him, I think he's cool. And it sucks that I am willing to give up my morals to hang out with a F-tier celebrity pedophile defender. But I would immediately. I have no moral compass. I have no moral integrity. I didn't even hang out with Spaz Kid, and I know he's a faggot.
So yeah, back to Baki.
I'd hang out with Basket too.
You should have got an
On,
ogre face on his back.
that is a weird thing that he has that ogre face. I found it very
40 minutes,
odd.
Let's go.
We're going for another 40.
Okay,
We
so
could. We're cutting a lot of it too.
oh, you know what? This is completely unrelated, and you can keep this in or leave it out. My little brother has been having computer problems all day, and he got like sucked into Windows 11 like it was a goddamn
Pour one
tumor.
out.
I just got a text from him that was just like it was just him going, I'm back to Windows 11. And then like a single emoji of like exasperation.
I've managed to avoid Windows 11 this long.
My laptop keeps telling me, hey, we'd like to upgrade you to Windows 11.
Oh, I forgot. In my kernel settings, I just blocked that. That's why I don't see it anymore.
Sam.
I'm too lazy to do that, but also I know my laptop doesn't have the right chipset for it, so even if I said yes, it'd go, oh, sorry, it's not compatible with your computer. I'd go, yeah, no shit.
We'll ask you again anyways, though.
They will.
All I have to say about Windows 11 is, Yahuwah, sink Bellevue to the ocean so they'll stop fucking asking me about it.
Okay,
I'm so high on acid.
back to Baki. Episode...
Abracadabra!
That's not Baki.
Yeah, that's
Alakazam.
oh god, what's it called? That Christopher Nolan movie where they're magicians. Yeah, that's The Prestige. Okay. Okay, so Ando saves Baki from getting fucked up by the Yasha ape and in the process gets injured, which is why Baki gets to eat all of Ando's food. That's episode 3. Fine episode.
I don't like that he gets fat from that. Like, that actually made me sick watching.
It does look horrible when he has that disgusting distended belly.
I don't remember that scene.
He's bulking.
The joke I made to Bryson...
Baki the Jelker.
The joke I made to Bryson day of was he's gonna eat all that food and then just get actually fat. Like he's gonna like bulk and then he's just gonna end up as fat Baki.
You say that fat stomach in front of muscle seems
Well,
a good look.
It's what strong men actually do. Ando gives himself a gunpowder condorization, which is really cool, and then Baki like throws himself off a cliff to unlock like the ability.
We're just repeating stuff now.
Hey, I'm getting the last few things in so I can actually switch to episode 4.
But before you do that, I want to
Oh, we
say,
covered the whole plot already.
Airmaster did it better.
Fuck Airmaster. What a
We
dog shit.
covered the plot, but not minute details, and I'm only bringing up some of these minute details because episode 4 I have the most notes for,
Nice.
and it starts with Yasha Ape Dance for Fortnite.
You're gonna be... You're in trouble.
And
We're doing the green for you
I
today.
had to get all the context for why he goes and fights the Yasha Ape a second time. The setup for that second ape fight is great, with like the Ring of Fire.
Yeah.
And the fight itself is really fun. Like when the ape bounces him like a pog.
Yeah.
Or like when Ando shows back up and is like, Baki, I'll kill the ape. And Baki looks at him and goes,
Baki the Bob. Badass white boy.
Baki's like, no, you can't kill the ape, we're fighting. And the ape just like sits there respectfully, waiting for Baki to like finish.
Yeah.
Talking to the free action.
Talking is a free action. I love that Baki punches that ape in the brain. Like, he does the eye gouge, right?
Yeah.
And the ape, like, eats his own eye. And then Baki punches through that eye socket into the ape's brain in that fight. It's
That's how
so
you fight.
cool.
So is he gonna grow his eye back?
No, that ape dies, remember?
So the episode after this... So Yujiro's like, my son's a pussy, this sucks. I'm gonna send him an ape skull and say, hey, son, aren't I evil? Don't you want to train to beat an evil man like me? You fucking pussy.
Those ape skeletons look so stupid as well.
They come back in the Netflix show. He takes his girlfriend there.
Okay, and then
Oh, I'm fucking high.
the other 2 notes I have for this are the inside-out windpipe throttle is really cool and a great way to end that fight. And then I have a note that is, Baki shouldn't care about nature. He should have ended that endangered species. But, like, now that I've seen Yujiro, I appreciate Baki liking nature. But I would have cheered my goddamn ass off if he cracked that ape's neck and then went, "Ugh!"
White man behavior.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah, what a nature fact.
Have you guys seen Godzilla -1?
Godzilla Minus One? No, I have not
I
yet.
was gonna skip it, and then Wooly from Patrick Super Beast told me. Watch it. I was
Did
like,
you say Patrick Super Beast?
Yeah.
Alright.
You know,
You're not a Godzilla fan? I love all the Godzilla movies.
I like Shin Godzilla. I like
watched
some of
the
the older
first one.
Godzilla movies, but like,
I'm sorry, but like, I love Captain Kirk. I love Spock.
I think
I love
Kirk,
Scotty.
this is a veto conversation.
You're really losing me.
I mean, I don't have a problem with it. but he's a fag.
Got me there. But I'm gonna finish this off by saying, I think my favorite captain is definitely Cisco.
Oh yeah,
I think
he's
my
the best
favorite
captain,
first
yeah.
officer is Tuvok. He's better than Kira. And that sucks because I love Major Kira, but she is a Bajoran.
Okay, but like, who's Kira? Why does he keep killing people?
Well, he just wants a normal life.
Columbo gets him.
Yeah.
Okay, episode 5.
I'd love to see Columbo versus Kira the episode. That would be one of the best episodes. He goes to kill him, but Columbo's like, I gotta stand too. Oh wait, just one more moment.
For episode 5, the main note I have is kind of a low-key episode for the first half. It's almost entirely just pointing to the WrestleMania sign that is Yujiro.
Yeah.
And I like the Yuri and Hanamiya fight.
Oh, my neck hurts.
Oh, and the very last note I have is Baki's mom needs to talk less.
Nah, she's awesome. I love her.
Every time she speaks, I'm like, why?
So you should... Next arc has a lot of her. She's a villain, but then a hero. And I think the last scene with Baki and his mom's pretty good. I think Baki 2001 is one of the best animes ever made.
It's been really fun so
And
far.
I say that a lot about early 2000s, late 90s anime, but it keeps being true.
I can't wait till we do the Sorceress Orphan episode.
What? Oh, no. I'm not watching
What?
a man drink mop water.
What?
You know what Orphan is?
No.
It's about a wizard, and he has like a lieutenant, and his lieutenant is Shinji Ikari, but blonde.
I wouldn't call him Shinji Ikari, but like,
Magic's great.
listen, man.
Also,
The
the thing about Godzilla is
Gojira. What are you, a fucking racist caricature?
yes.
Finally.
Shinji can beat him, so like, why did I watch Godzilla? Shinji Ikari can beat him.
Sorry,
If
the
we're
only...
gonna talk about Anno, can we talk about Shin Kamen Rider is my favorite thing by him, probably. Only beaten by His and Her Circumstances, which is a very different vibe.
Yeah.
I really like Shin Kamen Rider, and it has like a lot of great moments, but I much prefer like the bureaucracy stuff in Shin Godzilla. I don't know, I just wish he would make a single good thing that isn't Shin
doing
Godzilla.
the Kamen Rider pose on Brenton.
Like, I know I'm one of the only people in the world to say this, but like, you know, they really should have thrown away those first 13 episodes of EVA.
Die. I think the first half of it was really good.
What's your favorite episode?
My favorite episode, 16.
Which one's 16 again? Is that Square?
Yeah, I think so.
I think my favorite one's the
No,
one
that's
where...
the one where he's in the he's in like Lilio, and like he's stuck in like the.
The Circle? Yeah.
Yeah,
That's my
no,
favorite episode.
that is my favorite episode.
That's
Sorry.
all of our favorite episodes.
No, it's not.
What's your favorite episode?
19, A Man's Fight.
Oh, 19's also
Which
really
one was
good.
that one? Was that
Zario.
Wow, that second half of EVA is really good. It's too bad that first half of EVA exists.
No.
My second favorite episode is A Human Construct.
I think the episode where
A Jet Alone for the people. at
where
home.
Ray gets her side shown, like, hey, she has a reason for liking Mr. Ikari, and Shinji setting up there is nice. I think the episode that introduces Asuka Lingmi-Saru, who is my favorite character, is really good.
Hi, I'm Asuka.
Asuka Lingmi-Saru, charmed, huh?
Look at me, damn it!
Look at me.
See,
No,
but like,
this is the real me.
but like,
I've
Asuka's like my
dated-
least favorite character in EVA.
You see, the problem is I've dated an Asuka before, and it's awful. I'd do it again.
Yeah,
What was that?
Oh, okay.
I was gonna make like a
Okay, wait. I have
like an Asuka
I have-
joke, but like no.
I have 2 more notes on episode 5 I want to bring up. Baki destroying
Akuma punch.
Baki destroying that punching bag was really a really cool scene.
It's
but
full
like,
of water.
what a dick move.
He had to show his point.
And
The kid, they were talking down on him. What was he gonna do? Let them fucking talk shit?
and,
What, are you gonna be gay?
and the Yuri versus Hanamiya fight right before it starts. Baki does this in a couple other spots. I hate
Oh, yeah, headache.
I hate the evil fighter gas.
The farting.
It's just like they look at each other and there's a bunch of
Can we
evil
talk
gas.
about something for a second? So, Baki, there's 2 openings you can see if you're watching it, torrenting it online like I do. There's the girl singing one, which is like amazing. What a perfect opening.
I believe.
Yeah, that was really good.
Something in Japanese.
That's the only song she ever sang. wasted.
Yeah, damn. She had a really good voice. So.
I'm mad I can't find that song anywhere, so I have to torrent it sometime. Stop kicking the mic. That's gonna... Last episode I was editing, you actually fucking punched me in the nuts by doing that, too.
Whatever.
There's like 2 more things I want to talk about. That they only need to be brought up really.
Never-ending episode.
We've watched like 8 episodes for this. It was a really long one. There's 2 things I want to talk about that matter. The Hanamaya versus Baki fight is incredible. I love when Hanamaya flexes himself nude.
Classic.
Just Hanamaya in general
that's what a 15-year-old kid looks like.
He is a great villain, and I love that fight. It's got so much good stuff.
Chillin' like a villain.
It is crazy how he's immediately a hero the second the fight's done, because, like, come on. What? We fought, dude, with chill. It's like the most aggressive version of Goku rules.
And there's one other Baki thing I want to bring up that Baki does. Besides, I mean, the Drifter with the Bell backstory is awesome as well. But when Baki gets his arm bursted, and then he goes, I've still got 2 fingers that work. That ain't bad. I was just like, Baki, you're such an optimist.
That's so awesome. You know, he fucks up the guy's hand, too. Baki's so great.
Yeah.
The breaking of Hanamaya's fingers is also great. Okay, that's everything up to episode 8. And episode 8, I only have 2 things to bring up. I love Yujiro and Baki's mom's backstory. It is as I said earlier, my favorite NTR Dojin.
She is a crazy bitch. I love her.
And
it cannot be a Dojin because it is not a fan work.
You know what? That's not what Dojin means.
Dojin means fan work.
But that you don't have to. It doesn't have to be a fan work to be a Dojin.
So, you know what, Millhouse? You can be a fan of your own work.
And then the only other thing I have to say is Baki's mom's husband at the time is an idiot. He should have seen.
It's my birthday? No, it isn't. Why has my computer got this wrong?
He should have given up as soon as Yujiro caught his knives with those shoes. Baki's great. Watch it.
My boyfriend just sent me a picture. He got the Korean version of Kirby Superstar on the DS, and it's badass.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Item shop.
I got some portraits for the game. Oh, he made him have orange hair. That makes me sad. I want him to have brown hair.
Okay, well, what did you think of Baki, Millhouse?
I liked it. Nothing to write home about. I like his design after he grows up, because his red hair and, like, really muscly child face is not, like, something I like looking at.
So one of my roommates came up, and it's the first episode when Baki grows up, and he's like, I hate when they do this where the anime character changes but they don't update the fucking bumpers. And then the episode after he walked out, they updated the bumpers. I like Kid Baki more, though. I think it's a crazier design.
Oh, fuck, I never mentioned it. Baki just hangs out with, like, regular school thugs.
Oh yeah, there's like a really weird moment where Baki's just going to school, and I was like, Baki goes to school?
Yeah, he just hangs out, you know. There's
That's how the other series starts. Kids pull a knife, and he's like, oh, we got a knife, oh.
Yeah, like, he's just hanging out with Yamamura, who, like, swipes cigarettes from the 7-Eleven. You know,
Yeah,
Lucky Star.
Yujiro is also like I think I'm gonna love him as a villain. He seems so fun, and his few moments in that last
He
episode are
just
great.
lives on an aircraft carrier.
When he jumps out of that helicopter, it actually is. It literally looks like they're just moving him like by a keyframe, but it's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, watch Baki. I love it.
Yeah, but
It's good. Would recommend. It also made me want to go reread Kengan Asura and Kengan Omega, which is done by one of the Baki author's assistants.
Kengan Asura?
Yeah, it's another martial arts manga, but unlike Baki, the art doesn't like hit you in the face sometimes with how the characters look.
Is that the... I remember watching, back in the year of our Lord, 2015, I watched Battle Tendencies, the second JoJo part on Crunchyroll. I got ads for that, like, Kagura game. Is that it?
No.
Same Kagura, the anime where it's the boobies and the butts, and then the teacher guy eats the sushi. I remember seeing this in middle school because a fellow friend of mine and Brenton's, Ethan, made fun of me and said, you watch this show, don't you? I was like, I don't know what that show is. And then that's how I discovered what
Senran Kagura.
that one. Dude, I am high on acid, dog.
I'll
gotta
probably
buy more Kaiji. This entire episode I've been looking past Brenton at my Kaiji volumes. I've got 3 and 4. I need to buy 2 and 1.
By the way, I can't wait to fucking do Hellsing soon.
One of the best examples of just absentee parents, multiple, because Brenton, how young were you when you saw it? Like what?
Hellsing? I don't know, like 14, 13, something like that. I didn't want
You
to
watched it the first time with us?
Yeah.
Some of my earliest memories of being 4 were watching it.
Yeah, that and Sega Pro Bass on
Wait.
fucking PlayStation 1.
Actually, no,
Oh, yeah.
I'm a little bit wrong. I watched it when I was probably like 12 with Ethan. Because he was like, check this
Ethan's
out.
like a hilarious example of like how hands-free. I didn't know he had a bedroom.
Yeah, man.
You just.
Okay,
Alright.
what are we doing next? Vampire Hunter D?
Vampire Hunter D is what you want to do next.
Yeah.
Vampire Hunter, big old D's.
And then I kind of want to do Mongolian Chop Suey, but we're gonna hold off on that.
Oh, you mean Beck?
That's
Yeah.
another one I
Also,
haven't watched.
Mongolian Chop Squad.
Whatever. Back. I can never tell
Blue
which one's
Moon
which.
Rays
It's called. I think
floating in the most particular way.
we're gonna do what the 88.
Area 88.
Area 88. Fucking the Count of Monte Cristo. And then at some point I want to do Dominion Tank Police Force because it's some real Millhouse bait. You'll love it.
I love it, yeah.
So in the end, I'm giving Baki a 10 out of 10.
I'm giving
This first arc's fucking perfect.
I'm giving Baki a would recommend. Go watch its shenanigans.
I give Baki a Maximus Thrax out of a Caesar Augustus.
Your fucking things never mean anything.
They don't.